What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I have my tripod, and today we are going to be working on the Evo 10. It has been down for, I don't know, it's probably been a good solid week or so. I drove it back and forth over the weekend to go to work, but not really beating on or anything like that, just because you guys already know what the issues were. I had an issue with the automatic trans cooler, so it was leaking like a sieve. And like, I don't know, you guys saw me put a temporary thing on it, but it's holding up, but it's not a permanent fix. So we got everything we need right here in these boxes. New filter. I got a it's not new, but I got a trans cooler from the wrecker, and all the fluids that I need. So it's gonna be not really a nightmare to get, but I had to change everything, change the filter while I'm in there, and put new fluids in. So we're gonna get to that right after we clean up just a little bit. I had the GTR on the lift yesterday, so I have all my my cart is filled with tools. So I got to fix all that, get rid of all that stuff, and then we can get the Evo 10 on the lift and get it up in the air. Because I got to take the front bumper off, I got to get to the driver's side, and get all that stuff. Well, while we're in there, I will go through and show you step by step on what to do to change your automatic trans fluid in your 08 to 2015 MRs. So yeah, stick with the channel, and we'll get to it in a minute. All right, guys, so we're all cleaned up and ready to start the Evo 10 and get this bad boy up and running. Because like I said before, I've been not really driving it because I really don't want to mess the transmission up, because you know, the MR trans in these things are really expensive. But this is the automatic trans cooler that I so desperately needed. And as you can tell, this is the part here that kind of broke off, and it looks like everything is solid here. I got it from a guy on what do you call that, Facebook Marketplace, and it looks like it was just probably a hit or something like that. But this is not really damaged at all, and it looks really good, really clean. Better than anything that we'll probably find up in the Northeast. You know, obviously with all the rust that we got up here, there's no rust at all. So it's probably a newer unit, so which I'm very happy with. And then you got a an OEM style filter or whatever. So we're good to go. Now, the one thing I actually I don't want to say that I skimped out on, but which a lot of people, they recommend going with OEM fluid, which I'm so cool with. But in the Evo 8, I've actually run into a couple things. I actually had my T case, my transfer case, actually rebuilt by Shep Trans. So I have a stage 1 Shep Trans in transfer case, and a Evo 9 LSD in it, so RS. So I have a really nice setup in this car. But what they recommend is shock red stuff. So that's what I use, Redline. So I think I actually just spent a little bit of money and got that over the OEM stuff, just because I think that the OEM stuff is good. Obviously everybody runs it, but I don't know, I just, everybody's looking for an alternative, you know what I mean? And soon enough, there's going to be a lot of places that aren't going to be holding this stuff, because since they don't make the Evo 10 anymore, no reason to have their fluid. So this is the fluid I plan on using right here. This is the Redline synthetic oil, and it's made for dual clutch trans. So I'm very happy with this. I think it's like $18 a bottle or something like that. So I got let's see, it actually says it right there. It's for the car. So I think it's, like I said before, like $18 a quart or something like that. And I bought 8 quarts, and yeah, I think the MR takes like 7.5 quarts. So that's all right. So 7.5 quarts empty. That's with the cooler and everything like that. Most of the time, whenever you do it yourself, you're really not going to empty the cooler. So just keep in mind, I think it takes 6.5 quarts without emptying the cooler. So I bought 8 quarts just in case, but like I said before, we're gonna go through and I'm gonna show you step by step of what to do after I get the trans cooler done, just because it kind of, you know, not everybody's gonna be replacing their trans cooler. But if you wanted to drain your trans cooler, I'll show you how to do that. You literally just pull the bottom piece off this right here, and you know, where I was leaking at, and it'll fall right out, you know, from both sides. So yeah, but let's get to getting the car in the air and draining all the fluids out, because that's probably going to be one of the hardest part. There are, count it, three you know, drain plugs or whatever in this trans. So we're gonna pull all 3, we're gonna pull the filter, and we're gonna get this thing going. But first of all, we got to get that front bumper off, so let's get to that first. All right. All right, everybody, so as you can see, I do have the front bumper off. It took me a little bit. There's like 200 pop clips underneath along the sides, and there was one sneaky bad boy up top behind the front bumper grill. So I had to get that, but it is successfully off. I have access to everything I need to get to on this side over here. Mind my wires, because HID, you know, fog light bulbs. So yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. A couple bolts here and like one underneath to try to get this bad boy off. And I will need to take the wheel off to get to the filter. And yeah, we'll just we'll get rocking, you know. I might actually, I don't know. It looks like you can definitely see the AMS symbol. But I think I might just, I don't know, spray paint that again right now while it's off the car. Yeah, I might as well just do it. Like, what is it gonna hurt? I'll probably move the Evo 8 out and let that dry real quick, and then I'll put it all back together. So let's get to rocking on this one side over here. I'm gonna just shoot that and not even really show you guys, because you guys aren't really gonna be doing this. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that done without you guys even seeing it. And then we'll get back to the action once I actually get that done. We'll get back to, you know, changing this, you know, ATF fluid. All right, people. All right. So let me just show you what I'm working with here. I finally have the this bad boy down, the trans cooler. As you can see, I'm redoing my AMS logo, so I might as well. I have the bumper off, so it's, you know, I don't have to do anything. Just tape the card up there and good to go. So this is the cooler here, and as you can tell, this is the piece that broke. You can even see it. Look at it. It just straight up broke off. Let me go get the piece here. This is the piece right here. So, you know, like, see, I can't make this stuff up. Look at how much, like, it's just amazing. And it just, like, it probably just had a pinhole leak in it or something like that. And as soon as I took the hose off, it just came right off with it. So I'm happy I'm replacing that. I really am very, very happy. I'm not going to be rolling around too much, and I have another car that I can actually get around in, so I can actually fix this. But the new one, like I said before, it looks really good. I'm not going to take it apart or anything like that, but it looks like a good unit. Like, there's no rust on it or anything like that, so it's looking real good. It's looking real good. So let's continue on with this, and as soon as I'm ready to, you know, pull the oil out of this, or gear oil, or whatever you want to call it, trans fluid, out of the car, we'll start the video up again, just to show you exactly what we need to do. All right, everybody, so quick update. We got Dan is here, and Bay May is here. So I got a couple more coats on my intercooler here, and I have my automatic trans cooler all hooked up. So now we're gonna get to getting this thing all bled and well, not bled, but emptied out, so that we can put some more some new stuff in, some fresh stuff. So let's get to that right now. Right on. All right, so here we go, people. I have the car up in the air. You're what? Yeah, these are my friends here. These are my friends. So if you can tell, all right, we have a plug here, and a plug back here. All three of these we need to empty, we need to crack open, and we need to get all of the ATF out of this bad boy, and we need to get the filter off. So the filter is self-explanatory, probably like, I don't know, a 31 or 32 millimeter or something like that to change the filter. And once you get these, then we can move on to the next. All right, guys, so we let the car down off the lift, and we put the tire on, and we put all the plastics back on underneath. But next thing, what you have to do is you got to get all of this stuff out of the way. So I have a K&N intake. I think that's what this is. And you got to take the shield off. You got to take the you got to just move the blow valve out of the way, and you got to take the mass airflow sensor off, just so that you can get underneath. And there's a bolt for the fill hole, so we're gonna get to that right now, and I'll show you. All right, guys, after talking some cars here with the boys, we what?
I'm trying to make a really loud fart on camera.
Oh my god. So after everything is you know, out of the way here, intake, the you know, the shield or whatever, you can get to your plug. It's a what is it, 8 millimeter. It's an 8 millimeter hex bolt, and you just pull it out, and you start with you know, getting your new fluids in. Me, I had to put my whole 7.5 quarts in, and I'll be starting the car up right now, just to make sure we got everything good. But I'm gonna put this back up and I'm gonna look for any leaks underneath. So let's get to that right now. All right, guys, so I got it back up in the air just to check for any leaks or anything like that. So what I actually did was I went up in the car and had it off the ground. You can do this with the wheels on the ground, and you just take it for a ride. But make sure you obviously like check to make sure that there's no leaks after everything is all done, which is what I'm doing right now. So since I have it in the air, you have to make sure that all your traction control stuff is all off. Because if not, then you'll run a check engine light, the pump will get all crazy, and it'll want to, you know, throw the brakes, you know, at every corner just to slow you down. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you manually go through every gear and, you know, just go through the rev range, you know, like first through 6th gear and then back down manually, just to make sure you got fluid in all three, you know, both clutch packs. So after that's all done, it's time to put everything back together, because I don't see any leaks, and I think it's all good to go right now. So we're gonna get back to putting the front bumper on, and we're gonna put all the heat shields back on, all the stuff for the intake and the blow-off valve, and we're gonna take this bad boy for a ride. So yeah, so let's get. Everybody, so we're all finished with the Evo 10 here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you out in the future with your Evo 10 MR automatic trans fluid flush. It really wasn't that bad. It was just bad because I needed to change a couple things, but like I said, it wasn't terrible. Just follow the instructions. If you wanted an easy way to kind of like measure how much comes out of the car, is whenever you drain it, you can actually measure up with two different like buckets or whatever, just to see how much comes out, so you know how much goes back in. But in my case, I drained it all plus the cooler, so I had to put in the max fill. So I'm gonna go take it for a ride in a minute or two just to make sure everything is good. And I don't know, we'll just see you on the next one. So if you like this video, hopefully it helped you out. Like I said before, if you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take it easy.